Okay, this video is for lesson 3.12, review packet 3C. Problem 7. Problem 7. Okay, so we have equation 2 over 3y, 2 over 3y minus x equals 2. For each point, find the value of h so that the point satisfies the equation. Plot the points. Okay, so we have two parts of it. So part A, we have h and 3. So we know that x is h and y is 3. I mean, no, not 3, y. So we're going to plug that in. So we have 2 over 3 times y, which is 3 in this case, minus x, which is h in this case, equals 2. Just put the equal sign over here. Long story short, we know that we can cancel that out. So we have 2 minus h equals 2. And what can we do here? We can subtract 2 from both sides. So we have negative h equals 2 minus 2, which is 0. Negative h means negative 1 times h, so we divide by negative 1. So h equals 0. Right? So now we know that now this h3, we know x is 0 now because h equals 0. Now we're going to have to plot this point on the coordinate plane on the graph paper. So you go, okay, this is that, my coordinates, and 0, 3 means you 0 right there. What is this? I don't know. I'm going to learn these kind of stuff after. Okay, so we have 0 there. Alright, I want the pen. Okay, right there, not that bold. Technology. Okay, I don't need you here. Okay, alright, so we got my coordinate plane, so we got 0 and 3 up. So this is my points for this problem. That's part A. Okay, and let's move on to parts problem 8. It says match each equation with the graph. Explain your choice. Okay, A is y equals negative 2. Alright, so let's just go over graph 1. Graph 1, we have a coordinate plane like that, and then we have a vertical line that hits 2, negative 2, and 0. At this point, we know that the equation of this equals x equals, equation of this graph is x equals negative 2. Now, you're going to take any points on this line. For example, let's just take negative 2, 0. And then we're going to plug that in with other equations. So, equation A, we have, equation A, we have y equals negative 2, which is x, 0 times x, which we can rewrite 0 times x, plus y equals negative 2. And we use this point to test. Let's plug that in. 0 times negative 2 plus y, which is 0 in this case, which is negative 2. Is it? No, because this is 0 and 0 plus 0 is not negative 2. So it doesn't match with this equation. So how about equation B? Equation B is x plus y is negative 2. and we use the point, the same point, negative 2 and 0. So x is negative 2 in this case, so we're going to replace that. Negative 2 plus y, which is 0. Is that negative 2? That works. So the graph 1 satisfies equation B. That means this graph is for this one. But you got to be really careful, because if you look at graph 3, we have a graph like this that also hit the same point, which is negative 2, 0. That means this point can satisfy another equation. That could be this one. So this equation could be either this one, graph 3, or graph 1. So you got to be really careful. So we might want to choose some other points to make sure. So let's say this point, negative 2, 5, right? No matter what point you choose on this line, x-axis has to be negative 2. Do you agree? Because it's x equals negative 2. Let's use this point to try this one. So we have negative 2 for x plus 5 for y for this point. That's definitely is not negative 2. Therefore, this graph doesn't match to the graph 1. It should match to the graph 3. Okay? That's how you think. Okay, let's move on. Problem 9. Graph the equation. So we have y minus 1 equals 2x. So how do we graph this? Well, first of all, let's just plug in some numbers for x. Let's choose x. So if x equals 0, we have y minus 1 equals 2 times 0. And we have y minus 1 equals 2 times 0, 0. Add 1 to both sides. So y equals 1. Therefore, we know the graph, the point, one of the point that will be on this line will be 0, 1. So we know what the point is right there. So we have one point, which is 0 and 1 right there. So the line will hit that point. We need another point to make a straight line. So let's choose x. Let's say x equals, I don't know, 3. It can be a random number. But don't make it big. Y minus 1 equals 2 times 3 this time, because x, we just choose 3. You can choose whatever number you want. And then we have y minus 1 equals 6. Add 1 to both sides. Then we have y equals 7. So another point is 3 and 7. Right? So we can have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 somewhere over here. So we get another point. And if you connect those lines, that's the line. That's how you graph it. Number 10 is pretty much the same thing. Number 12 is a bit tricky. That's a standardized test prep, but we have a little complicated equation, which is a little challenging one, x squared minus 5x plus 4. And we have a, which is 0 and 4. Again, plug this number in there. If it satisfies, that point is on this line, but we are looking for which point is not on the graph, so we have to find the one that does not satisfy. So obviously 0, 4 satisfies because y is 4 and x is 0. So we have negative minus 5 times 0 plus 4. Obviously this is 0 and this is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4, so this works. So this is not the correct answer because this satisfies the equation. So which one is not?